Hi guys, in this episode of Aussie Food Journeys, we're making butter chicken based on pawpaw and naan breads. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Hi guys and welcome back to Aussie Food Journeys. We're back on another cooking video. Today we're making butter chicken, but we're just doing it with a slight twist. I'm using pawpaw instead of tomato puree. This inspiration came from when we were travelling Atherton Tablelands, I think it's Mariba, that sort of area, last year. We went to Skybury Farms. They're a red papaya and coffee plantation. And their cafe, they had every product they sold, they used in their cafe, and they promoted it really, really well. So if you're ever in that area, go and check them out because they're absolutely amazing. And they did a butter chicken and a lasagna both on pawpaw. So I was sort of like, oh, this could be interesting. So I'm going to give it a go today and see how it turns out because, you know, my husband's been on a pawpaw diet since he's been here. The nights that I'm working, it gets too hot. He's sort of just been having half pawpaw for dinner. But yeah, so I'm going to steal a couple of his ripe ones and use it in this butter chicken. So the first thing we need to do is basically dice up the chicken and get the marinade going on. So, oh, that was loud. We need 900 grams of chicken and we're just going to dice that up. I'm wearing an apron today because I've managed to oil stain every single one of my t-shirts that I own. And I remembered the other day when we had a clean out, and it was a forced clean out because we had our hot water system burst or crack a pipe. So Robert woke up the other morning to water all over the caravan, so that was really fun. And we did a big clean out. Oh, we did a big sort, not a clean out, but yeah, we were sorting through some stuff because I thought while I'm pulling everything out from under the bed to let the floor dry, I might as well sort what's in there and discard what we don't use, sort of thing. But yeah, I came across this apron that I remembered one of the kids gave me for Christmas. So thanks, Shannon, I'm finally wearing it. But every single shirt has got all these oil splatters and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I probably should. I don't normally wear an apron cooking, but I do at work, but not at home. But I kind of have limited clothes too. I don't know about anybody else out there in caravans, but I sort of only travel with, oh well, five sets of shorts, 5 shirts sort of thing. A couple of dresses and that's about it. So it's nice to have one shirt that's not covered in stuff. You might hear that it's raining today. So that's probably a nice cool change for us. The last few days, or the last few weeks actually, it's sort of been mid-30s up here and getting quite warm. So today's a bit cooler and it's nice. Probably good movie weather. Definitely good butter chicken weather. And I might look slightly downhill on the video. I think when I set the video up, I'm sort of like, it says we're straight, but we're not. But then our site at Cobalt Gorge is not straight. So that's possibly why the table's on a lean. I'm pretty sure everything's on a lean, even the caravan. So sorry about that if you have to tilt your head to watch it. Right, that's all the chicken diced up. I did trim off some of the fat, but you got roughly 900 grams of chicken there. Remove that. And anyway, into this, we just need, spoons would have been helpful. Hang on, I'm going to grab a spoon. Right, into this we want 1.5 teaspoons of ginger. You can use fresh ginger for this. I just don't have any in the caravan. 3 teaspoons of cumin. 3 teaspoons of coriander. Hang on. Three teaspoons of coriander and 1.5 teaspoons of garam masala. Because I haven't even opened it. Oh, yes, 1.5 teaspoons of coriander. That one. Oh, it also requires a couple of cloves of crushed garlic. This is just garlic we've confitted ourselves. We just did it in some oil, and I'll use this oil for cooking as well. So just chop that up a little bit. If you've got a garlic crusher, use a garlic crusher. I feel like my table needs to be higher. Alright, that'll do. Alright, all I need into that is 3/4 cup of yogurt. So just natural yogurt. And this is a guesstimate because I guess everything. Right, give that a stir. And we just let that marinate for about 30 minutes. Bigger bowl would have been helpful, but I'm using my bigger bowl to make naan bread in a second. So a minimum of half an hour is marinating. You can do this overnight. The chicken will be very, very tender if you do it overnight. I like to leave it for 2 hours or so if I've got time. I do have time today, actually. I can leave it for 2 hours. I'll see how I feel. Right, chuck the lid on. I'll wash my fingers and go and chuck this in the fridge. Okay, so while that's marinating, we're going to do up a simple naan bread. Naan bread, this is, I don't know where I got the recipe to be honest, probably something I googled. This is just basically 2 ingredients. It's just self-raising flour and Greek yogurt. And I think the recipe actually said a cup of flour to 1 3/4 cup of natural yogurt. I don't actually do that much yogurt. I just put a little bit in at a time and mix it until it's a sort of a dough consistency that can be rolled out, kind of thing like bread. And I haven't used a whole cup because a whole cup will get me like, I think I make 6 naan breads, but it's only me and Robert, so I've just probably, it'll probably be close actually. I lied. We'll just go with it. He'll eat it. So I'm just going to start with half a cup of yogurt. I just push it between my fingers like rubbing butter into flour when you make a pastry. As you can see, it's pretty dry still. So I'll add a little bit more. Flour can be a little bit finicky sometimes, I feel. Sometimes you can make a recipe, follow it direct, you know, do it 3 times in a row. But depending on the humidity and stuff, sometimes the dough comes out wetter than other times. So that's why I just like to add the liquid just a little bit at a time. I'll start with, like I said, around about half, and then just keep adding as I need it. Right, so that's come together quite well. Probably could have been 1 teaspoon. Right, now into this naan bread, I'm just doing plain. You can, when frying it off, normally I'd fry it off on the barbecue and pull it out, but because it's raining, I'm not going to pull that barbecue out and fry it. I'm just going to do it in the fry pan on the stove. That's pretty good. Right. I'll let that sit for a sec. I'll let it rest about 10 minutes or so. I'll wash my hands and come back. Okay, so this has been sitting for about 10 minutes. It's actually quite gone nice and soft. All I'm going to do, I think I'll just cut it into 4. Now, I'll actually have to go back and watch this video because I don't remember whether I finished what I was saying before. I'm making a plain naan bread. When you roll these out, you can actually fill them with something. So you can do like cheese and garlic. You could just do cheese. You could do a meat filling if you wanted to. There is a sweet one. I can't remember what it's called, but it has coconut and sultanas and stuff inside. So you just roll them out really thin, fill them, and then fold them back over and just press, sort of roll the sides again. Again, I'm just leaving these normal, but I will use the garlic oil to cook them in the fry pan so they've got a little bit of garlic flavour on the outside. Right. Just getting these into a bit of a round shape is what I'm doing. I had so many plans today to go kayaking and swimming, and I mean I can still do those things I suppose, but the pool here is freezing on the best of days, let alone when the weather's a bit cooler. So my trusty rolling pin is a clean bottle because I still don't have a rolling pin in the caravan. Right, all I'm doing is just rolling them out a little bit. So just like that. Alrighty, so they're ready to go. I'll clean that bottle off later. I'll heat my fry pan. I might just go wash the flour off my fingers again. So I'm just going to tip a little bit of this garlic oil into the pan. And again, you can tell by the pan and the oil pooling on this side that I'm very level. Hang on. little bit better. I just want to let that get a little bit hot. That wasn't quite hot enough. I don't want a lot of oil. I'll leave that oil pooling there and I'll just brush the underside as I turn it. Here comes Robin, he's working hard. He's doing the dump runs today. Let's go see if we can spot him. Can we see him through the trees? No, not quite. But good to see he's working hard. I've got today off. I think that happened last time I did a cooking video. Right, so you can see these bubbles starting to appear. It'll be pretty good. Oh, not quite. Anyway, me and my trusty pair of tongs for my organisation. So we're nearly at the end of the season already. When we first started, it was like, oh, it's only been a week. It's like, you know, but now all of a sudden it's like, oh, hang on, we're halfway through and we've only got 8 weeks to go. They reckon it quietens down quite a bit. We've still got, I think, 1 more week's time and then it's the school holidays, which will be busy, and then they reckon it quietens down quite a bit. Here he comes, look, he's not really working. Aren't you?
What?
Working hard?
I am.
Hardly working.
Boxes.
Oh, right. I think that's the only one we had.
Might be usually right too.
Is it that dark out here?
No, I don't know. So,
Work harder.
always work hard.
All right. Oh, and in my organisation, I didn't get a plate to put them on either. So hang on. I just turned it down just a little bit. See the bubbles? Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. I grabbed myself a pair of tongs too. I don't normally use the metal tongs in my non-stick fry pan, but somebody left the plastic silicone tongs at Warra. That was me. I left them at Dad's. I'm pretty good at leaving things behind. Everywhere I go to visit, I leave a little bit of myself behind, you know, toothbrush, hairbrush, something. Just so happened to be a pair of tongs this time. All right. Nice and puffy. All right, they don't take long to cook. I've just got 2 more to do. I suppose I could have showed you how to fill one. I might go grab some cheese. Pop that off for a second. Right, so if I roll this out a little thinner, I put my flour away so hopefully it doesn't stick. I feel like there's a bow in the table, but that's okay. Right. A little bit of cheese in the middle. Oh, up the side. Just fold it in half. Sort of give it a re-roll. without breaking it. No, I'll just press it. I did that a bit thin there. Rightio. Normally I'd shape it a bit better than that, but it's only for myself. Right. So again, anything you want in there. I've just put a bit of cheese. Stick this back on. Popping down and cooking it exactly the same way. So a bit of garlic in there, a bit of cheese. You know, anybody's been out to the Indian restaurant, you get a mince filling, you get a sweet filling, you get cheese and you get plain. But yeah, I had in Crumba just before we left, the chef that was taking over for me, she was Indian. And that's how she stuffed them, because I always wondered how they actually stuffed them and filled them. I thought they might have done two pieces together and sort of brought it through, but she just folded it in half and then rolled it back out again. So obviously I did mine a little bit thin because my cheese poked through, but she did the sultana and coconut, and I can't remember what else she had in it, to be honest, but it was all just chopped up, spread in there, folded, and then rolled it out to the shape of the naan breads and then grilled the exact same, fried the same way. So yeah, I'll leave this one for Robert, and when he cracks it open I'll show you all. Right. That can come off. Alrighty, I am going to wait a little bit. I'll let my chicken marinate for just that little bit longer, and I'll be back. Right, so let's say one sliced onion. This is a heck of a lot of onion because it's very, very big. I'm only going to use half today. So basically what we do is fry off the onion in butter and oil, add the chicken, and then we add a normal butter chicken recipe is tomato puree and a little bit of cream, and just let it sort of simmer away, reduce a little bit, and just become nice and rich. But obviously I'm not using the tomato puree today. I'm going to puree up some pawpaw. Right, so there's the onion. I'll turn this stove back on. So, I cleaned up and took all my spoons away. Again? Right, about a tablespoon of butter. And the same with oil, I'm using the garlic oil again. In with the onion, and I'm just using my blend jet that I don't live without. I love my blend jet to blend this pawpaw. So I just need to peel it, and I will have to go and get a spoon. Right, let me grab a spoon. Oh, that's not, sorry. I was a bit soft in that corner. Right, just scoop out the seeds. One day I'll remember to organise the scrap bin as well. Blender all over the bench. Right. That half was a very ripe one. These ones, someone got a bit excited and opened them early and they're not quite as ripe. So they're not, he doesn't enjoy this one to eat, so I will use this one as well. Definitely a lot harder. Anyway. And these are nice and brown. Well, getting nice and caramelised. So into that, I'm going to add the chicken. And if I can hold the table still at the same time. You just want to get it sealed, basically. I probably could have done this in 2 batches to seal it, you know, put half of it in, got it all cooked off, taken it out of the pan and add the other half. But really in reality it's going to sit in here and braise or simmer, basically simmer I guess, with the puree and cream anyway till it's nice and thick and rich. So it doesn't matter that it's gone juicy, I'm just sort of trying to cook the chicken just a little bit. Just a little bit. Right. Okay. So into that, I'm just going to put my pawpaw puree. Right. I will put a little bit of water in that and wash that out and add that in there. I am still adding about 2 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Oh, did you see that? I did have quick fingers. Oh, yeah. I've got some skyberry papaya and ginger syrup, so I'm just going to use a little bit of that because it's a very condensed, strong flavour, that one. I'll put that on low. Right, and the only other thing that needs to go into this is about a cup of cream. I've just got the little... Oh, actually, this one is a cup. As I say, I use these little UHT ones because I always carry them in the van. They're very handy when you don't always have fridge space. But yeah, I thought the other ones were a 200ml. This one might be an Aldi's or something. I don't know. Anyway, now I need to turn that up again. Right. And then basically this has to simmer for about half an hour. I'll stir this back in. I'm going to put my splatter guard and just let it simmer there. And just stirring it every 5 minutes or so. It's very hard to find simmer on this thing. Anyways, it is starting to get nice and rich. You can see the colours changing, so that's a bonus. And that's kind of as low as it goes, so it's technically not simmering there, but it'll be fine. Okay, so that's been simmering now for, oh well, a good 20 minutes, half an hour. It's coming along really nice. I might let it go for another 10 minutes. And tonight when I serve it with a bit of rice and naan bread, I'll videotape you back, or videotape, whatever I'm doing. I'll record it back in for Robert's verdict. It tastes pretty good. I'm going to add a bit of salt up. There's the butter chicken. Oh, I probably should have the microwave done. And there you are. This is the cheese naan bread I made.
Cheese naan bread?
Yeah. Oh, there.
Ooh.
Pull it again. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. Now you better taste the butter chicken, Robert. Mind all the mess in the caravan. It's still cold and rainy outside.
Good.
It's good?
It better be good because you used more of my pawpaw.
Told you. No.
No, it's lovely.
Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Next episode will most likely probably be another cooking video, I'd say. I don't think we've got plans to go anywhere, do we?
Not at this stage.
No.
We've got odd working days off, so.
Yeah, we've sort of got different days off at the moment, but thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next episode. Thanks guys.
Cheers.